I've been fasting for the last 3 months, and it's not as bad as you think it is. So, first of all, I'd like to make sure everyone here understands that I haven't been fasting literally for 3 months straight, and that I haven't eaten anything for 3 months. No, I've been fasting every single day. So I've specifically been doing a fast where I only eat once a day, and when I eat once a day, I make sure to cut as much sugar and as many carbs as possible. So not only have I been severely limiting the amount of sugar I consume and carbs, but I've also been restricting my calories as well. I've really been focusing on eating vegetables and fruits primarily, and also a lot of protein. My diet has been really consisting of mandarins, oranges, broccoli, corn, steak, chicken, 0% fat milk, and a lot of protein shakes and casein. And I've been seeing a lot of really good results. And I'm not anywhere close to where I actually want to be. So that means I'm still going to be continuing the fast. I'm still going to be doing the exact same diet. But to be honest with you, it's really not difficult. It's not restricting me in any way. So I was talking to a couple of friends about this when I first started, and they were telling me that this sounds like it's very bad. It's not something you really want to do. And yeah, mentally it sucks. When you're first starting off, it's difficult. The beginning of a diet is always the most difficult part of the diet, or of the fast, or whatever you're doing. And there's a couple of reasons, but I think the primary reasons are really that your brain is used to a lot of different foods, and second of all, your stomach is stretched out. So when you fast or when you diet, your stomach begins to actually get smaller. Therefore, when you do eat something, you feel full faster. Ever since I began fasting, I've seen a lot of positives in my life. So the first thing I want to say is that I've experienced less negative emotion. I'm not a robot in any way, but when I do feel sad, when I feel upset, it's just not as intense. The pain isn't as intense as usual. This is kind of interesting because I'm not sure if it's actually because of the weight loss, or maybe it's simply just mental toughness. Maybe I've trained my brain to simply think in a different way, because this is a challenge. It's not that easy. It's not that simple. I stuck to it, and I think my brain just developed some type of mental toughness, but it might be an indirect result, so technically it's still a part of it. A really awesome attribute is that I've become much more productive. When I was working a full-time job, I would wake up 7 a.m., go to work, get home from work at like 6 o'clock, and then I would be done. I'd be knocked out. I'd be like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm about to go to sleep. And that's it. That was my whole day. So, I'd go to work, I'd come back, basically go to sleep right away. But when I started fasting, I immediately felt just like I needed to do more throughout my day. So I would come home from work, and then I immediately start doing something. And that could be anything from working something in the house, from, going outside, mowing the lawn, things like that. Just, getting yourself to do something. But also, the time I spend working on something, I feel more focused on that task. Really understand specifically why, but I can only assume that these are basically just like your natural instincts. I mean, think about it. Hundreds, thousands of years ago when we were still cavemen, and when they were really hungry, they had to focus on survival. And I kind of think that that's what your brain is really tapping into. It's really tapping into your instincts, and it's really just focusing. Your brain is really more focused and honed in on specific tasks. So it feels like a mental hack. It really does. And that's why another reason I really love doing this. The third thing is I don't think about food whatsoever. Sometimes I'll have days where I go to the kitchen for the first time at like 6 or 7 o'clock p.m. So I'm already up for 10 to 12 hours, and I don't even visit my kitchen until I feel like I need to get something into my body. Maybe I could get myself a drink or something like that. But even then, I really only drink water. It's a little hack. If you like to drink water, but sometimes maybe you get a little bored of it, sometimes it could get a little boring, I highly recommend using some sort of calorie-free supplement. This isn't even really a supplement, but it really just gives more flavor, like drink mixes. So this is what I'm using right now, the Crystal Light Black Cherry Lime, and it's been working pretty well for me. I pretty much just put a little bit into my drinks, and then other than that, the only thing else I really drink is going to be milk, and that's 0% fat as well. I'm only going to drink that, and I'm drinking it with my protein shakes. And because I've been in this habit for such a long time, I've really trained my brain to understand if I actually want to put something in my body or not. And this is perfect because it goes into my next point, that you really build discipline. So as a human, one of the most important things that I think are the most important is building discipline and having self-control. And if you can control yourself, you can pretty much do anything you put your mind to. Think about it like this. If you have a goal, you want to lose weight, maybe you want to feel better, whatever your goal is, you have to stay consistent with mission or whatever you're doing. For example, if I'm fasting, I need to be doing it every day. I can't have a cheat day, because if I have a cheat day, I'm actually really hurting the chances of me being able to continue this streak. But it requires a lot of mental fortitude and a lot of mental strength to actually get past every single day. And this really ties back into what I've said previously, that doing this challenge becomes easy over time, right? At a point where, to me, I don't even think about it. It's pretty much, I'm in a routine. The first couple of weeks, maybe even a month, you might struggle. And you need to keep in mind that you don't want to go into it too fast, because if you do, you're really risking the chance of getting into a yo-yo diet. And a yo-yo diet is what what a lot of people go through. You're like, you know what, I need a cheat day, I need a rest day, and then you end up going back to your bad habits, and then you gain all the weight that you lost. And that's why it's called yo-yo, because it goes up and down. Of course, when you're fasting, another benefit is losing weight. For me, when I started fasting, one of my actual main goal was, of course, to lose weight, because I work out every single day and I also fast. So I should be losing weight at a very fast pace. If I look at myself in the mirror, I can definitely tell the difference. My facial structure is changing, my body is changing, everything about my body is changing, of course, for the better. Because I'm not losing like a pound or two, every day, I feel like this is pretty healthy. So ever since I have begun this fasting journey, and ever since I've been really limiting the things I put into my body, I have made some realizations. The first thing is that because of the fact that I haven't been eating carbs, I've been really limiting the amount I put into my body. Every single time that I eat some sort of bread, some pasta, and if it's like a decent amount of it, I'll feel it in my stomach immediately. I'll have this like reaction. It's very brief. It's not like a sharp pain, but I just feel like something in my stomach is a little different, which is actually incredible, the fact that my body can actually tell what's getting put into it. And this stays true for carbs, for carbohydrates, and also for sugar. So if I eat something very sugary, or if I drink something very sugary, I'll feel it right away. Me, I do a really good job at limiting the amount of sugar I have, so sugar isn't really a problem for me. But the carbs, I used to be the person that would love to have a lot of bread, sandwiches. I used to love that type of stuff, pasta. Now that I limit it, sometimes I'll only have it once a week, maybe twice a week. So overall, if you're looking into fasting, of course, consult a doctor, physician, talk to someone about it first before you do it. Don't take my word for it. Our experience might be different. However, if you're looking into it, don't be so scared of it. Try it. Go at it slow. Don't go at it at a crazy pace. Take it one day at a time. Really just want to test the waters and see how it makes you feel first. Of course, if you're capable of getting through the past couple of weeks, maybe even months, and it really becomes easy and it really becomes a part of your lifestyle.